I want to talk about Remco Evenepoel.
Let's do it.
Yeah, well, the thing is, he came into this race as, of the four that we're talking about, the big four, Tadej, Jonas, Remco, Roglic, everyone was saying, really, they didn't expect Remco to necessarily be on the podium, and I feel he was somewhat dismissed. Sports directors that we spoke to in the run into this race, and yet he is the one of those three who's up there, second, and he just seems to manage to get his way back whenever Jonas and Tadej go off the front. He managed to get his way back on the descent again. He's been almost quietly, almost anonymously very impressive.
He's been very impressive. It's Remco, you know. He's one of the favourites for a reason. I think with him that he's similar to Jonas. He's building still. He's getting to that point. So you look him in a Dauphiné where he is now, similar to Primus. I think he's that little bit level above Primus at the minute, just by a nudge. But I think he's just building back up. He got dropped on the descent today because, in all fairness, he's not had that experience like the other riders have got with going downhill. He's just not that used to it, not that comfortable with it. His form is right where it needs to be for now. I think if you focus on that last week, he's on a good track to do that. He's just got to make sure he minimises that time gap as much as he can. And he did a great job today. You know, he's in front of Primus at the top of the climb. He was in front of Rodriguez at the top of the climb. So he's right there or thereabouts. The descent, yeah, not great for him today, but I think he's still on the way to being where he wants to be, if that's on the podium, which he said he's aiming for. And I think he's on track to do so. I think it's Tadej Pogačar and Jonas Vingegaard that we're ultimately concentrating on. If you concentrate on them, we've always put them in a different league, and they almost still are in a different league.
Yeah, I agree with that. They are another level above. But with Remco, he is at the moment on the schedule he'd set for himself. He wanted to stay quiet in the first week, no massive risks, not do anything stupid, go out, waste energy, mad attacks or anything like that. So far, so good, and I think he'll be really pleased with where he is so far. But on the other hand, then, being around a minute down on Tadej Pogačar already is a bit of a blow, but he'll be very much looking forward to the time trial that's coming up in a few days' time.
Yeah, it's the terrain that is to come that's interesting, isn't it? Yeah.
I'll go Remco against him in a TT in a Grand Tour.
And Jonas, you know, and Roglic. I mean, anyway, we'll just name all the favourites who are indeed favourites for a reason. Let's get some reaction from within Soudal-QuickStep then. Here is Tom Steels.
Tom Steele, second place there for Remco Evenepoel by a very dominant Tadej Pogačar. When you take a look at what Remco has had to come back from the crash, what are your first feelings of that performance today in the first mountain test?
No, I think it was more than okay. I mean, the first two stages he survived. His first two stages in the Tour, which are always hectic. His first bunch sprint and now his first mountain stage he survived. So step by step he's coming into the Tour in a good position, and I think was quite okay. I think Pogačar is maybe out of competition. He's maybe the best there is, but still he is doing really great.
When we saw Tadej Pogačar make that attack just at 19.7 kilometres to go, the only rider really that could match that was Jonas Vingegaard. For Remco, was it a case of just being patient and not going over the limit?
I think everybody was on the limit. Everybody goes there the maximum that he can do, and then just, you get in the position where you are. But finally, he still could go for second spot, so that was more than an okay day. I think everybody was on the limit there. It was also very high in the sky, so everybody's suffering there. But it was okay. I think we can be really happy today. First mountain stage, he was in the group with all the guys. I think the whole Tour will be the big fight against. So another battle, well done.
Does it perhaps give you any concerns, or you need to go away and assess that maybe Remco is a little bit alone from Soudal-QuickStep, or overall really happy with the way that the team is cohesive?
No, I was happy with the team. I think also Mikko was still up there. I think maybe we are the only team with still two guys up. And also before the climb, I mean, there was still Jan, there was still Gianni, there was still Ilan. So I don't think, if you compare it with other teams, we are far off. No, I think we can put our foot against them.
How important has Mikel Landa's input to Remco Evenepoel and his performance here so far at the Tour de France been?
Great. I think it's very important he's here. Not only on the bike but off the bike. He stays calm, he says the right things. 15 minutes after the race he's already ready to go for the next stage. No, it's really important to have experience also on board.